Yo, 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 yo. I know how we do, man. Time to get the date started. Had to bump some music for y'all real quick. Man, what it is? Man, Sunday best, what it do? What's up, Colin? Hold up, I got another song, man. Then we gonna get rolled. I ain't really had no topics for real. Alicia Andrews' case got stayed. I said it got postponed, but it didn't even get postponed because they ain't got no future date. It got stayed like Melly case did. Yo, it seems like that's the thing in Florida, man. In Florida, they doing a lot of fucked up shit. Judges, prosecutors, they just moving on their own down that bitch. Railroad niggas. Hold up. But my man see why real quick. I'm gonna late to work for real. This bullshit.
Hyundai Elantra versus Toyota Corolla.
Hit that like button.
Look what Elantra has.
They got one
and
like.
what Corolla.
Yeah. Why? I don't know, man. I'm tired of this shit, man. I'm trying to go. Different shit. Trying to get this shit right. Remember selling ready in the weed at the same time. It's like this shit took me under. I can't shake it, I ain't lying. I wish I could go legit, but I got junkies on my line. Yeah, I love the track, but I be wanting to quit the same time. Remember selling ready in the weed at the same time. It's like this shit took me under. I can't shake it, I ain't lying. I wish I could go legit, but I got junkies on my line. Yeah, I love the track, but I be wanting to quit the same time. I wish I never touched the stove, cause now that's all I know. I know I can always fall back on this coke if I go broke. I ain't make a honest living in so long, don't make no sense. Last job I was at, it had me missing place, so then I quit. When this shit addicting, you ain't in it, you won't understand. When you came up hustling hand to hand, they treat you like the man. It be ups and downs, so sometimes shit gets slow, it make me mad. Need a house, I grab my strap and work and pray I make it back. Made it out them house, raising cars, search, guess I'm blessed. Yeah, and moving super cautious all the time, it got me stressed. See my first 20 out the ready, so I can't be mad. But I need to set examples for my son, cause I'm his dad. I did cook-ups in his face, cause plays rushing, shame on me. God show my daughter it's a million other ways to eat. They can save your life or take your life, for real, that's how it be. Said the white is free, cause it's a beauty I no longer see. Remember selling ready in the weed at the same time. It's like this shit took me under, I can't shake it, I ain't lying. I wish I could go legit, but I got junkies on my line. Yeah, I love the trap, but I be wanting to quit the same time. Remember selling ready in the weed at the same time. It's like this shit took me under, I can't shake it, I ain't lying. I wish I could go.
Alright, that's the last song, then we're gonna get rolled.
Chevy Silverado,
No, you gotta
America's most dependable full-size pickup.
No, you gotta get the motherfucking you gotta get the blood flowing in the morning, man. Yeah, man, you ready to go do a fucking long ass work day. Gotta get the blood flowing, man. But yeah, Shorty, man, Shorty don't be getting the credit he deserves, man. Little nigga be right.
And Chevrolet.
Monty, you wow.
The track took me under. Yeah, I don't want a job, I'm addicted to hustle. That white girl, my baby. I turn her to hard, she come out like butter. I'm really impatient. My money come fast, I ain't with all that waiting. She speaking my language. If you try to touch it, this shit gon' get dangerous. She made me famous. It wasn't intentional, that's how she came. The money brings strangers. But I'm on my P's, I ain't going for Nathan. No, she said what's my purpose. I'm tracking them M's and that's why I'm aiming. She came out so perfect. So pretty now, she got me back up. I swear to my baby a blessing. Bitch scale looking like BBS. She got us winning, she got us twinning. She them BBS's in my neck, she could be trouble. Better be careful, you don't move proper, you drop that fumble. She do a 10 in a day on a humble. I drop the price if you cop out a bundle. Drop Miss Daisy, yeah, I'm a chauffeur. She got the play, she gon' need a ride. Busy as shit, she take all my time. She pay me good, so I do not mind. Sign this coat, I know it's illegal. We come like back to back, getting greedy. They love my recipe, they be fiending. I make a twirl like a ballerina. Why the things did to me? Yeah, I make that white girl speak to me. Go. I put her on the stove, she danced for me. Bust her life up and talk for me. You don't know what these things did to me. I make that white girl speak to me. I put her on the stove, she danced for me. Come bust her life up and track for me.
Hey yo, that whole album hard. Motherfuckers probably ain't even hip to it. But what the fuck going on today, man? Hey Drew, get yourself together, yo. What the fuck be wrong with y'all, man? Why y'all always gotta come in on some gay shit? It must be a large percentage of the world that's gay, man. Yo, maybe women telling the truth, man, when they be saying a lot of these guys DL. You know what I mean? Because the comments that I be saying is crazy. Straight up. I know. I can chat real what it is. I mean, I'm in PA, bro. Ain't nothing but hills out this bitch. Hills and motherfucking and mountains. And snow. He said Ravens hot garbage. I bet we make the playoffs. I mean, the outskirts anyway. Cosplay. He's a gay. Yeah, you get yourself together, man. What's wrong with you, yo? You know, it's some guys over here, man. That, that live that same type of alternative lifestyle, man. I ain't one of them. But yeah, Alicia Andrews' case has been stayed because of the judge mistreatment of the defense. So Suddy Nash, CSI Suddy, did a video on this a while ago. I think I covered it too a while ago. But just to give people a refresher of what's going on, we're going to have to get the information from Suddy Nash. And I want to go to what Hassan Campbell said about Roger Bonds in that Diddy situation. Now, Roger Bonds is probably one of the worst people. You understand what I'm saying? Roger Bonds is the friend that when you tell him no, you gotta watch him. Yeah, man, you can tell him yeah many times. The minute you tell him no, now you gotta watch him because ain't no telling what he gonna do. Now I told y'all a while ago, I did a video on. I think I'm the only person that did a video on his son. You know, because I wanted to understand, go, these people that's beefing with Diddy, I want to know what the real beef is. And I found out, you know, Jane Dale mad because he had to become a toy cop after Biggie died. Roger Bonds mad because he wasn't a good parent. And he ain't, like, it seemed like nobody's taking accountability for what they did. It's always easy to just blame it on somebody else. It's Diddy's fault. It's not Diddy's fault that Jane Dale blew the light. You feel me? It's not Diddy's fault that Roger Bonds' son went to Africa to kill somebody they didn't even know. But that's who they're blaming for. So before we get to all of that, let me show y'all what's going on with Alicia Andrews and why the case got stayed.
I recently purchased the most popular glucose meter online and decided to test it with you. If you
to refuse both the objection the sidebar requested in front introduce drill rap music and drill rap lyrics to the jury. The defense both founded fear and for the rule.
The crazy thing about it, in Alicia Andrews' case, I thought the judge was being fair until closing arguments. Now, I might have missed some things, because them trials be long as a bit, so we be skimming through it. But come to find out, she wasn't. She scolded the defense numerous times. In closing, she ain't let the defense lay out their case at all. I was like, God damn, why the fuck? Like, typically in closing arguments, you don't get objections, because it's the closing arguments. You not really objected to everything that for the most part, throughout the trial. So when the prosecution was laying out their closing, she let them ride. The minute the defense started laying out their closing, it was objections. She was motherfucking granting them bitches. I'm like, damn, they can't even lay out their case properly, And it's the last case they get to make. All right, but let's get back to CSI 7.
Of judicial administration to what's going to happen or anything like that. It actually didn't end up happening. What are we talking about? Bruh, they had filed a motion to get rid of that judge on Halloween. This got filed on Halloween, just so y'all know. The defendant Biden through undersigned counsel pursuant to Florida Statute 38.10 and Florida Rule of Judicial Administration 2.330 hereby filed this motion to disqualify presiding judge and in support of the states the following. Introduction. Defendant Alicia Andrews respectfully moves to disqualify the Honorable Michelle Cisco from presiding over this matter on grounds that her conduct and statements have created a well-founded fear that Ms. Andrews cannot receive a fair and impartial trial. Andrews stands accused of first-degree murder, conspiracy in connection with the alleged ambush killing of Jacksonville rapper Julio Jones. Probably should have put Charles in there, but that's fine. Throughout the proceedings, Judge Cisco exhibited overt hostility toward the defense, repeatedly interrupting counsel, refusing sidebars, and visibly prompting the prosecution during witness examinations. Moreover, her public assurances to the jury that it would receive the case for deliberation by a specific date demonstrate a predetermined, timeable, and consistent with judicial neutrality. These actions viewed cumulatively give rise to an objectively reasonable fear that Judge Cisco has abandoned her role as an impartial arbiter, requiring disqualification under Florida Rule of General Practice and Judicial Administration 2.330. Statement of facts, conduct at the outset of trial. From voir dire, Judge Cisco has demonstrated bias against defense when she, through denying defense, caused challenges based on reasonable doubt that certain potential jurors could be fair and impartial, impaneled an almost all-white jury. What? Wow, didn't know that. Though Judge Cisco was aware that prosecutors in the case intended to introduce drill rap music and drill rap lyrics to the jury, Judge Cisco further demonstrated bias by denying defense counsel caused challenges based on potential jurors' express inability to understand rap music and rap lyrics. During opening statements, Judge Cisco permitted, you can say either or, permitted. No, actually, you can only say permitted because pre is PR. My bad, y'all. I'm over here messing up. I just got this, so I'm reading it with y'all. So, pardon the mess ups. Y'all know how I do this shit. I always mess it up anyways. The prosecution showed the jury images of several unrelated guns. Wow. Over defense counsel's numerous objections based on relevance.
Now, y'all remember during that trial? During that trial, I spoke about that. Like, why is this being allowed? Why is the drill lyrics and these guns being allowed into evidence? Y'all remember we was talking about that shit. So we wasn't surprised that they got the verdict that they got, to be honest, because they didn't prove their case against her. And it's like they was using irrelevant evidence, like evidence that they're gonna use, that strong evidence against the guys, and they was using that shit against her. And it's like, yo, what the fuck? She ain't got nothing to do with no drill music. Like, why are y'all playing diss songs? She ain't got no history of being a drill rapper, no history of being involved in this beef. So I thought that evidence was irrelevant. But I told y'all, only reason they charged her is because she didn't tell, man. She got charged because she didn't tell. If she'd have told, she'd have walked free. And they do this in the system. They do this in the system often, y'all. Like, I literally don't believe that she went there with the intentions on Julio getting murdered. I think she just wanted to go. You know, that's how women is sometimes. I think she just wanted to go, and yo was just like, come on. He probably fought her on it. It probably was a beef about it, and he like, man, yo, fuck it, just go. Come on, let's go. Not telling her what was going on. I don't think she found out what was going on until it was going on. You understand what I'm saying? And at that point, it wasn't nothing she could do to stop it. Now, she could have got out the car, but she was already fucking tapped. She probably had no money. I really don't believe that this girl was involved in the death of Julio. Not to the capacity of others. Now, when they was riding around in the car and shit like that, what's up, Major Baby? When they was riding around in the car, I think she was aware of what was going on. But at that point, it's already too late. Yeah, man? It's already too late. And you can't let her out because she fuck around with snitch. At least that's probably what you'll be thinking. Y'all remember that part, right? When we was talking about like, why, like, what are they doing? They haven't released damn near no evidence showing that she was an accomplice, or even she even knew about the murder. Y'all remember that, right?
Over an hour of opening statements from the prosecution, defense raised objections to the prosecution's opening statements based on relevance, argument, and the cumulative nature of the prosecution's opening. At sidebar, defense counsel argued the cumulative nature of the prosecution's statements. Judge Sisko and reminded Judge Sisko that she instructed counsel that each had 1 hour to present opening statements. Judge Sisko quipped that she did not give that instruction, to which defense counsel responded that Judge Sisko not only gave that instruction, but allowed that defense counsel, which is supported by video evidence. When defense counsel in an earlier hearing inquired whether there was a time limit for an opening statement, Judge Sisko overruled defense's counsel objection and permitted the prosecution to continue for nearly a half hour more. This ultimately became the precursor for what would become a trial defending Miss Andrews' character based on her connection and proximity to individuals not even charged in the murder of Charles Jones. Yeah, they got a point here. Conduct during examination of witnesses. During Detective Needier's redirect examination, after the detective testified he had not reviewed certain iCloud messages, the state questioned him further on that very topic. When defense counsel sought to object and request a sidebar, Judge Sisko refused both the objection and sidebar requested. And
I remember that. I remember they tried to get a sidebar. She was like, no, I already ruled. I'm like, damn. That was a little wild. You know, they don't typically deny sidebars, because sidebars are for discrepancies at trial that you don't want relayed in front of the jury. You know, you should at least get them that option to argue in front of the judge, you know, so you can get a better, you know, because certain things you can't really say if it's going to be ruled against you in court. So you have sidebars so you can give your argument, the prosecution give their argument, and the judge decide on what's right and what's wrong based off the law. But you typically see the judge allows that. It was a few times where the judge was like, man, hell no, I ruled already. And that can prejudice the jury. You know, the jury sees that, man. Now, I do believe that Alicia Andrews' lawyer was trying little things to get in there just to have it on record, but all lawyers do that. All lawyers say things they know they ain't supposed to say, even if it get objected to and sustained, just so it can be on record, so they can put it in the jurors' mind, even though the jurors are supposed to discredit some of that information. But you never know, they human too, and you can't unhear something that you already heard
in front of the jury, and further denied any opportunity for recross on the issue, effectively eliminating the defense's opportunity to preserve the legal issue. During this same witness testimony, Judge Sisko, in front of the jury, suggested that the state should have an objection to defense introducing evidence during their case in chief, while the state did not. The impression upon the jury and the public at large was the defense was attempting to do something improper. They're actually right on that one. Similarly, during the cross-examination of Officer Darbrick, on October 27, 2025, Judge Sisko's demeanor towards the defense was openly dismissive and suggestive of bias. When defense counsel, Mr. Jeremy Lamont, asked, what relevance does the picture have to this case? The court displayed visible annoyance, looked at the state, and shook her head rapidly from side to side, appearing to prompt the prosecution to object. Minutes later, when Mr. McLymont commented that the data took a long time to download, the judge removed her glasses, displayed visible irritation, and replaced them only after questioning continued. On the same day during Ms. White's cross-examination of Detective Nieder, the court told her to wrap up her questioning and instructing the court has never directed toward the state during its often lengthy examinations. Very true. Judge Sisko has continued to limit the defense's ability for thorough cross-examination and to put its own case throughout the trial. Improper courtroom demeanor and unequal treatment. Judge Sisko has also made dismissive and prejudicial remarks in the presence of witnesses and the jury. At one point, she falsely accused the defense counsel of making allegations of improper witness behavior in front of a hostile witness, undermining the counsel's credibility. Her body language and tone during defense objections have reflected irritation, impatience, at times, and even anger, while her treatment of the prosecution has remained deferential and uncritical. Uncriterical.
My neck. I made the windshield crack. Oh, that's an accident.
Uncriterical. Yeah, it's time for me to get some sleep, dog. On October 28, 2025, during the cross-examination of the state's witness, Miss Amara Drew, the prosecution made several baseless objections to relevant questions about the safety mechanism on a rifle. The court sustained all objections without requiring legal grounds and became visibly frustrated when defense counsel sought to articulate a basis for relevance, despite repeated requests.
None of that shit was relevant to her case, man. They didn't have a case on her, yo. They didn't have a case. They couldn't prove she did anything or knew anything. Like, yo, it gotta be proof. People can speculate all they want, yo, but the system is supposed to rule based off of evidence, proof. You know, beyond a reasonable doubt. I don't think they proved their case beyond a reasonable doubt. Now, I also wouldn't want another trial either. You know, I think she made out. Was she facing 18 years or 15 years or something like that? I think I'd be cool with that. You know, you don't want to go back to court again with life on the line. You feel me? Now maybe she can get a more diverse jury, because he said the jury was damn near all white. I don't know, man. You know, trial risky, man. Shit like rolling the dice. I mean, you don't know what the fuck. You might get a 7, you might get 11, you might get a 12. I mean, you might roll a 2. I think she rolled a 6 and hit that bitch after like motherfucking 5 tries. I don't know if I roll them bitches again. Straight up. Or had a bet 6-8 and hit the 8. Yeah, I mean, rolled the 6 and hit the 8. That's good enough. You ain't hit the 6, but you hit the 8. Still getting paid. Yeah.
For a sidebar to avoid further discussion before the jury, the court refused twice. With evident disdain, during the exchange, the state repeatedly raised its voice and spoke over defense counsel in an aggressive and unprofessional tone, yet the court took no corrective action. Premeditation and promise to the jury. On October 29, 2025, before the defense began its case, both arguments for judgment of acquittal were made. And even before cross-examination of the state's lead detective, Juan Ramos, who testified for 2 days, had begun, Judge Sisko told the jury that she would get this case to them for deliberation before Friday, October 31st, 2025. The assurance effectively communicated that the court had predetermined the pace and structure of the trial, irrespective of the defense's right to a full and fair presentation of evidence. That part is true, because you cannot do that. It's going to take how long it's going to take, because initially...
Well, they did that shit in Diddy trial, too, with Cassie. I mean, yo, come on, yo, what the fuck is this person doing? They did that in Diddy trial with Cassie. The defense was mad about that. Like, how the fuck she supposed to be the star witness, and y'all talking about she only can be on the stand for a week just because she was pregnant and shit.
She even said, yo, it's going to last between 2 to 3 weeks. I called cap on it because there is no way in hell, but I can't tell y'all how I knew that. Additional incidents demonstrating bias. Later that same day, Mrs. White raised concerns about the state's repeated hostile tone towards the defense. The court entirely disregarded her complaint and moved on without addressing the issue. When she attempted to set the matter on the record, Judge Sisko scoffed and remarked, This entire trial is on the record in a dismissive and sarcastic tone. I would have said acerbic, but that's fine. During rulings concerning the admissibility of the interrogation video, Judge Sisko initially indicated she was inclined to rule in favor of the defense, but allowed the state extended time to find supporting case law. After reviewing authorities not directly on point, she deferred ruling until trial, signaling inconsistency and favorism towards the prosecution. Additionally, though defense counsel,
they should have postponed that. Like, she supposed to have been a state star witness. Like, how you gonna give us a time limit on a state star witness? I mean, Woody was on the staff for 2 months. You feel me? Like, you can't put a time limit on a state star witness, man. You shouldn't be able to, but that's what they did. They knew she was having that baby. They should have postponed that bitch another 2 weeks or something.
Never once raised self-defense or duress as an affirmative defense. The judge infantilized defense counsel with repeated and unprompted admonitions that duress is not a defense to first-degree murder. When defense counsel has made attempts to address its claims of domestic violence as they relate to this case, the judge smirked, and has generally mocked defense counsel when ruling against defense counsel's arguments and objections. And that's part of the reason why she sat up there and testified. I'm going to tell y'all again, had that girl not testified, she would have been found guilty of murder. I'm 100.
All right, shut the fuck up, bitch. Yeah, we don't need Seti Nash takes on anything. We've been saying she got to testify. Like, that's the only way. You got to get in her situation, being as though she was claiming innocence and there was no real evidence to back up that she knew anything about this trial or this murder. She had to get on the stand. We don't need Seti Nash to tell us that. He's a fuckboy. He don't know nothing.
Certain of that one. Conduct on October 30th, 2025. By October 30th, 2025, the court's focus on expediting the trial at the expense of the defense became even more apparent. At approximately 11 a.m. during Mr. McLymont's cross-examination of Detective Ramos, Judge Sisko repeatedly interrupted him in order that video evidence be fast-forwarded to accelerate the proceedings again in front of the jury. These interruptions occurred after
She definitely did that. After she allowed the prosecution to do the same motherfucking thing and didn't rush them at all. She definitely did that.
Judge had publicly promised the jury a verdict by Friday, thereby pressuring the defense to truncate its presentation. I want to make this bigger. Hold on real quick, because golly. Truncate its presentation later that same day when the defense attempted to introduce evidence via flash drive, a method previously.
Siobhan, what's up, baby? Hey, Siobhan, appreciate the Cash App too, man. How many times have you been in jail, bitch? What the fuck is you talking about? Why is that important, man? How many times has your favorite fucking politician smoked crack? Have you ever asked them that? What is you talking about? You know, how many times has your favorite politician smoked some motherfucking crack in their life? You probably voted for him.
Used without issue. The court interrupted Mr. McLymont and suggested in front of the jury that the procedure was improper when he explained the same method had been accepted earlier in the trial. Judge Sisko implied to the state again in the jury's presence that the defense's conduct was questionable or irregular, and then ruled that it was admitted under review until the court could assure there were no additional items on the drive the jury shouldn't see. Y'all remember that. We called that one out. The tone in which she spoke suggested that the defense was untrustworthy.
I'll be late today.
Jeez Louise. Public reaction to Judge Sisko's behavior. The trial has been live streamed on YouTube, and numerous members of the public who observed Judge Sisko's conduct expressed serious concerns about her impartiality and demeanor. The reactions captured contemporaneously in the live YouTube chat demonstrated a clear and consistent perception that Judge Sisko exhibited bias against the defense and hostility toward defense counsel. The public commentary provides independent, real-time cooperation of the defense's position that Judge Sisko's behavior created an object appearance of partiality in violation of the standards of judicial neutrality and decorum. Observers repeatedly remarked that Judge Sisko, one, displayed overt hostility toward the defense and its counsel, allowed prosecutorial latitude not afforded to the defense, appeared to have prejudged the case or made up her mind before.
I gotta text my supervisor, man. This motherfucking traffic is not moving. Motherfuckers always doing some type of construction, man. The fuck?
We strive to make the more difficult parts of your everyday activities a little bit more comfortable and manageable.
Appeared to have prejudged the case or made up her mind before hearing all evidence and laughed or behaved dismissively while the defense attempted to make arguments or present its case. The public's consensus expressed through hundreds of real-time comments was that proceeding did not appear fair and that the presiding judge failed to maintain neutrality expected of the judiciary. See below. Here you go right here. Boy, I know some of y'all looking like, that's my name. So here we go. Direct accusations of bias, unequal treatment, and unfairness, hostility or rudeness, calls for recusal and sanctions. This right here. We're just going to start at the top. The judge is a mess and literally cannot hide her bias. The judge is biased as F. Judge hates the defense. She's allowing the prosecution to do and say whatever they want. The judge's mind been made up. Defense should ask for a different judge. This is not a fair trial. The judge is rude. The judge is nasty toward the defense. Judge doesn't like the defense. She's laughing. This is not a fair trial. They need to file a motion against the judge. They're going to ask for an appeal because of the judge. Now, some of y'all would be like, bro, I'm telling y'all, bro, the lawyers, they all pay attention, bro. The breadth and consistency of these independent comments by viewers with no direct stake in the outcome underscore a public perception that Judge Sisko's conduct demonstrated partiality. See Exhibit A, public's reaction to Judge Sisko's behavior. Such perception, even if unintentional, erodes public confidence and the integrity and impartiality of the judiciary, warning recusal and renewed consideration of the proceedings to ensure fundamental fairness. Legal standard. Where a party feels the judge is presiding over his case cannot render a fair ruling, that party is permitted to have a new judge preside over the case. A motion to disqualify need.
All right, we done with his ass. Alrighty, Shabbat. Yeah, so basically, the case has been stayed like Melly case, which means there's no future proceedings. There's no date for sentencing until they rule on this judge. Now, I don't know if when this rule come down, I don't know if it's going lead to an acquittal or a new trial. I'm willing to bet that the state is going to push for a new trial. If the Supreme Court rule in favor of the defense, the next motion would be a motion for acquittal, and the state is going to try to fight that motion. But they brought up good points, and it's all documented. It's all on video. They brought up good points. It was some some oddities with that judge when it came down to keep key parts of that trial. But I want y'all remember a while ago I did a video on Roger Barnes. Roger Barnes is a fucking clown, y'all. Roger Barnes is not a person that you should ever want in your circle or around you, man. They're the worst kind of people. The worst kind of people to me is people that sit around you when everything fine. You know, as long as you doing for them, everything is good. But the minute you tell them no, now you're the worst person in the world. It's a lot of people like that. You know, it ain't just Roger Bonds. That's why when I speak on these things, like, I really don't give a fuck about Roger Bonds. I'm more worried about the character of the person that makes up a Roger Bonds, because it's a lot of these niggas. If Roger Bonds' son went to Africa and crashed out, I told y'all, if my son did that shit, he better not call me for nothing. You know what I mean? As much time and effort as I put into raising my kids and teaching them right from wrong, you feel me? If my son was to meet a person in jail, and I got a video on the whole case, you know what I mean? If my son was to go to jail, meet a guy in jail, this same guy he meets in jail bails my son out. It seemed like he bailed him out under conditions, you know. Basically, like, if I bail you out, I need you to help me find my ex-girlfriend. So he bails him out of jail. What the fuck? Ain't there nothing going on up here? And hold on. Yeah, so he bails his son out of the jail, and they goes over to Africa to hunt this man down, because this man is fucking with this guy ex-girlfriend. Man, he don't even know this guy. He met him in the joint. Care not what it is. Yo, you don't know this guy from a can of paint. You meet him in the jail and let this man talk you into going to Africa, taking a trip to Africa to murder somebody. So, and like I said, I got a video on it. So they go to Africa. They don't even know what the guy looked like. They walk around in the mall asking for this guy. Do you know this guy? Do you know this guy? So the word get back to the dude. He somehow reaches out to these guys. And mind you, in the process of all this going on, they went to a pawn shop to try to buy a gun. So their plan was to send, like, the whole plan just was crazy. Like, if my son participated in some shit like that, yo, he would not be able to call me for nothing. So Roger Bonds is upset with Diddy, because Diddy gave him $25,000. He wanted $100. Diddy gave him $25,000 to fight the case, and ain't giving him no more money. Yo caught an attitude for that. If I was Diddy, I wouldn't have gave his ass nothing. The fuck you mean? Your son did what? Man, I wouldn't have gave his ass shit. I wouldn't even give my own son nothing. What the fuck I'm gonna help your son out for? And he did some dumb ass, he did something stupid like that. It was stupid. So his son ended up catching 30 years over in Africa, man. They fought 7 years fighting the case. The co-defendant played crazy. He tried to escape. It's all in the video. They got pictures and everything. He got stuck on a fucking fence. He got stuck on the fence. Tried to escape from the African jail and shit. But Hassan Campbell did a video on it. Yo, care now, it's crazy as a motherfucker. Yo, god damn. It's crazy as a motherfucker, yo. Yeah, here we go.
Love slots? The DraftKings casino app's got you covered. They got tons of slots to choose from. All these options.
Y'all already know the rules. When you come in my house, take off your shoes. Super violate that like button. It don't cost you nothing to hit that like button.
Yeah, it was going bad.
Shall we begin?
Everybody lit this morning.
Shall we begin?
I'm gonna need y'all to miss me with all the blacks. Miss me with all the, yo, it's a black man tearing another black man. Miss me with all that bull. It's black power when it's time to be black power. It's not black power as a thought pattern every day. Every day. You got people that don't even know a person. The person don't know you. Yo, why Why y'all bringing the black man down? Why y'all, man, that black man out you? Hey, nobody. So when you sit there and say, oh, black people, I'm gonna use 50. When y'all sit there and say, yo, 50 Cent bashing another black man and bringing another black man down, y'all sound hypocritical. Y'all sound stupid. This ain't got nothing to do with race. This don't got nothing to do with, oh, he's black, I'm black.
Yo, this shit has everything to do with race. Because it's not black people taking Diddy down. It's the motherfucking system taking Diddy down. And you got black sellouts participating in it. Like, yo, I be tripping off some of these dudes, right? They be trying to come off like they so intelligent and they know. Like, yo, his ass sound foolish, man. He just uploaded a video sounding fucking foolish. Yo, we know what's going on with Diddy. I think Hassan Campbell gonna speak, but I'm gonna let him rock out for real.
Black. You can't be black when you want to be black and want to be white at another time. That's just like I told you. Diddy don't want to be in Harlem. Y'all heard it inside the truck. Oh my! It felt like it was like you outgrow things, yo. You outgrow things. He outgrew Harlem. Why you think he ain't never want to come back to Harlem in all these years? He didn't come back to Harlem until the celebrities didn't want to be around him because he was hot. Oh, I don't want to be seen with him now, so I'm going to go back home where I know they're going to accept me because they don't know no better. So it's not about a black man putting down a black man, because by him coming back to Harlem, he put us down. Because he know that black people going to accept him. Black people going to let him back in. And what does he do when black people let him back in? Get inside the truck and talk about him. Oh, I got to go wash my hands. Oh, no, I got to go take a bath. Huh? And then y'all still want to take a side and say, yo, but this person is bashing this person because they black or it. Like, y'all, if y'all sit down and listen to yourself, y'all sound stupid. It comes a time where you got to say enough is enough. This ain't about being black. This ain't about a black man going against a black man. This is about right and wrong. Period.
Yo, this is coming from a man whose son went to Africa to murder somebody. Like, I don't think we need to hear anything from y'all. I don't think it's anything Roger Barnes can tell us. That's like Umar Johnson writing books on parenting. Yo, your son went to Africa to murder somebody, bro. What the fuck can you tell us? What can you tell us that you should have told him? You feel me? Yo, he is mad at himself for not being a better fucking parent, man. Yo, that is a lack of guidance. That is a lack of parental guidance. For your son, you had a whole flight to think about your decision making. Like, yo, they literally thought they was gonna go to Africa, kill somebody, and get on the flight and go back to America. Yo, they locked their ass. They locked them up so motherfucking quick because they was in a mall, telling the whole mall, looking for this dude. And everybody knew about it. Probably was in a small village where everybody knew each other. You know what I mean? Small town or whatever they call it. Yo, just take accountability, yo, for you not being a good parent, yo. All these people coming after Diddy is because they not taking accountability for things they done. They done, man. I always talk about Jane Dale bluffing ass. Not taking accountability for the role he played in the situation. Like, the easiest thing to do is blame somebody else, yo. Like, it takes no effort to blame somebody else. It's always blame that can go around, yo. In any situation, in relationships, in life, in any situation. Nobody wants to look at their self and see, yo, what did I do to cause this dysfunction or this reaction? Because that takes self-reflecting. Nobody want to reflect, yo. It's easy to deflect. I'ma blame Diddy because my son crashed out. Yo, your son wasn't beating that case any motherfucking way, even if you put up 100,000. They had mountains of evidence. They had the pawn shop dude went there talking about he sold him a gun. You had all these witnesses saying they was asking about the guy in the mall. The guy that got killed told his family that he was going to meet the dude. Like, he wasn't beating that case. I wouldn't have gave his ass nothing. Fuck around with y'all. Stupid ass nigga. Try to sound intelligent. Bitch, you ain't even raised your son right. Fuck boy.
I'm not feeling no type of weight talking about him. Because you took advantage of me and just like Kalina said, when I asked you for something I needed, you told me you ain't have it. But then when Cassie went to court, you pick up the phone, I might need a favor from you.
Let me make my disclaimer before I get in on this topic, right? I am not a fan of Diddy, and I've been going at Diddy for years. But there's a line that you don't cross. There's a line that you don't cross. See, the scales of justice have been balanced. And that man is dealing with his consequences of everything that he did. They done took a king, a ruler, and turned him into a slave. So that ain't enough. That ain't enough for you? See, you gotta be careful when you start to get money, right? You gotta be very careful when you start to get money, because your friends become your enemies. Diddy told him no. And Diddy had every right to tell him no. Your child get locked up in Africa, and that becomes Diddy's problem. Your child committed whatever crime that those people over there thought that he committed. And it becomes Diddy's job to get your son out of jail and get lawyers for your son. And see, let's be real. I need for y'all to put this in the comment section. Y'all watching me. Which one of y'all paying for somebody to go to jail? Half y'all don't even want to send somebody some commissary. So because Diddy said no, but Diddy asked him to do him a favor that didn't cost him nothing, and he decided to get revenge and flip on Diddy because Diddy wouldn't give him money. His story is not Cassie's story. And even in Cassie's situation, Cassie got $30 million. Not only did Cassie get $30 million, but the man is in jail. Not because he committed a crime, but because he had a beef with the corporations, the liquor corporations. He had a beef with the people that cashes his check. So that became our business? No. But they made it our business. We can't get the corporations to pay attention that nothing we got going on. But now, the world is watching as the vultures around Diddy eat his flesh. Because that's exactly what's going on. And I can't paint a nice picture of this. Roger Barnes was Diddy's bodyguard / friend. What about your friends? Are they going to stand their ground? Are they going to be around? I mean, they smile in your face. All the while they want to take your place. Them back. I don't want to live.
I said this before. And that's what it is, man. Yo, all this Diddy slander. Yo, it's showing the people character that was around him, man. Gene Deal was showing this character. Roger Barnes is showing. All these is showing their character, yo, because I'm sure when they was around Diddy, wasn't no complaints. Like, yo, if you know this guy is a fucked up individual, why you stay around him so long? You know what I mean? Why would you stay around him so long if he done all these dirty things to people? You know, it's the history of it. You knew about his shady business practices, but you put your life on. You was willing to put your life on the line for him. We know Gene Deal wasn't. Gene Deal put his life on the line for nobody. Yeah, we know that based off the Biggie situation. But Roger Barnes at one point was tasked with being Diddy's bodyguard, yo. So you willing to take a bullet, you know, because that's what the bodyguard's supposed to do. Take a bullet or give a bullet to protect this man. But this is a man that now, Sign's a fucked up individual. So what does that say about you, Roger Bonds? Jane Dale, well, we know Jane Dale, all right. We can't throw Jane Dale in this, you know, because Jane Dale, we know he ain't, yeah, man, he ain't doing that. Shots get the flying Jane Dale ducking, straight up and down. I don't give a fuck how much you paying him. He ain't bodyguard for shit. You feel me? That's why he had to become a toy cop after Biggie died. You know, I think that suited him well. You know, crossing guard or something. You know what I mean?
Live to find out how dirty one of my friends will do me because I told them no. I don't want to live to find out. Could you imagine how you feel when a nigga you just told no, my money is my money, put the final nail in your coffin? And even when you in jail, while you suffering, while you in jail, have you ever been in jail? Do y'all know what it's like to be in jail? Y'all still kicking this man? Putting him in jail, testifying in court, speaking to the district attorney wasn't enough. It wasn't enough.
Right.
See, I don't know.
And that is a great point. Like, yo, what the fuck did he do to these people to deserve all of this? You feel me? Like, all right, the man is in jail now, man. That ain't enough though. They want the man buried in that bitch. They want a life sentence out of him. Like, god damn. Cause he told you no. How many times he told you yeah before he told you no? Like, everybody always remember the negative and forget the positive, you know. I'm sure Diddy did a lot of things for that man over the course of their relationship together, their friendship together. He told that man no for a situation that his son put himself in. And that nigga went on a whole slander campaign about this man, yo. All because he's not willing to accept accountability for not being a good father and not raising his son with morals and principles. And ain't no way, yo. My kids better not ever do no shit like that, yo. They better not call me. I swear to God. I put that on everything. My kids do something that fucking idiotic and dumb. Yo, they better not call me for nothing. I'm not sending commissary. I'm not paying bails. I'm not getting lawyers. They better call their mother. Because I refuse. Because that make me look stupid. Like, how the fuck, yo, you did what? Like, imagine getting that call from one of your kids. Hey, Dad, on mine, I'm locked up in Africa right now for a murder. Fuck, you locked up in Africa for a murder. Like, yo, you should have ran this. When this man came to you with this idea, you should have ran this shit past me then. I don't want to hear about that shit now. I'm sorry. I don't even want to hear about it now, because that was dumb as a motherfucker. The fuck? Better enjoy your stay. You feel me? Like, for real, straight up. I ain't with stupidity, yo.
I don't know about y'all, but that scares me. And the part about, oh, didn't like going back to Harlem? I hate going back to the Bronx. I only go back to the Bronx to see my family down there, my niggas that's still down there, because they won't come up to the suburbs. And every time I go down to the Bronx, I gotta look over my shoulders, because I don't be moving around with security. I gotta look over my shoulders, because it ain't nothing but broken people down there that's looking to break you. Every time I go.
Wait, you gotta hear all that. Yeah, but Roger Barr's a slime ball, yo. That's why I ain't watched the documentary, yo. You know, it probably is common. Yeah, but why are so many people that was involved with him on some capacity helping to take him down? I can't get with that, yo. I can't side with the system to take down another black man, yo, for whatever reason. I can't do that. It always been a fight against the system when it came down to black people. Always. The system is what destroyed the black community. So why are you siding with the system? Like, to me, there's no excuse for that. There's no justification for that. Regardless of what Diddy did. to you personally. There is no justification to side with the system when you know what the system has done to your people historically. It don't make sense. Don't make sense. There's nobody that can explain that to me to make it make sense. It don't. It don't. Whatever beef you got with that man, handle that beef when you motherfucking, when he get back home. That man, you don't help bury him. No, man. Not when he been buried by the system that buried your people. Fuck no, that's stupid. Man, people, I don't be understanding people, for real. But then you got, man, so I took that man, so any of that main cars on the road. See this? I'm not riding. I ain't in heavy traffic no more, man. But then you got DJ Academics and Mano. DJ Academics and Mano. I think this is a play, to be honest. I think this is a play to help Mano and Jim Jones with their platforms. Look, Daphne posted a video today. Check Daphne out, y'all. That's why 50 mad. She probably fresh off a freak off right now. You heard me. This is post freak off Daphne. That's why 50 upset. She posted that on Instagram. But DJ Academics.
Boy, you couldn't win a rap battle. Don't come over here and think you could win a battle on that. This is that. Yo, Mano, let me give you the details real quick. And this is why I told you, boy, you couldn't win a rap battle. Don't come over here and think you could win a battle on these microphones where we're talking and we're trading ideas with me. I keep telling you, I'm Jay-Z, Kareem, Wilt, fucking Michael Jordan, and motherfucking Tom Brady rolled up in one. Can't fuck with me. Come on, stop playing. So let me talk to you.
I don't know who the fuck told him that. They motherfuckers just get on the motherfucking podcast and say any goddamn thing. What's up, cuz? Yo, Diddy didn't have anything to do with the murders, man. Like, yo, Diddy didn't kill Biggie, yo. He had security, man. Security supposed to protect the Biggie. Now, Diddy probably shouldn't have went to Cali. You know, you want to blame Diddy for that? Yeah, that was a bad move. But if you hire security, their job is to secure. You can't say Diddy got Biggie killed when he hired security. If Diddy wanted Biggie killed, he shouldn't have hired no security. Why hire security? Why make the killer's job hard? You understand what I'm saying? You want to make that shit easy as possible. You know, he could have did that shit anywhere if he wanted to get him killed. Shit don't make sense, man. And Pac got himself killed. And I fuck with Pac. Pac probably like my number 2 favorite rapper. Pac jumped in some street beef that he had no business jumping in, man. He put his hands on a stone cold killer, man. Lando Anderson was a killer. Documented. Everybody knew about it. Somebody should have told Pac before he put his hands on him. Hey, Pac, you might need to sit this one out. That's what happened with Pac, yo. Diddy is not going to jail for Pac murder, y'all. For the people that's still holding on hope. It's not happening. Everybody's dead. Like I told y'all before. Imagine putting Keefe D on the stand. Like, would you trust your life? Would you, if you was a prosecutor, would you trust your case against somebody else in Keefe D's hand? Come on now, y'all. I don't think we that goddamn ignorant. I would hope not. That was like the equivalent of Fulton County putting their case in Woody's hand. That was the fuck. Yeah, man. This really your star witness. Woody was borderline slow. This is who you gonna put on the stand to get a conviction against a millionaire. Man, fuck out of here, man. People better start using their own brain and stop listening to these people that don't know nothing. You do not want Keefy D on the stand testifying against a billionaire or at least 100 millionaire. Man, hell no, that case is gonna go horribly wrong. Because Keefy D done gave multiple accounts, different statements. He tried to set Zip up. He couldn't do it. Case closed, man. Tupac murder has been closed. It's not getting reopened. It's not getting reopened. Then you got Lil Rod. I'm not listening. Yo, Lil Rod is lying. Lil Rod is mad because he didn't get paid, man. Then he probably felt like he ain't had to pay. You know, I'm sure he probably done some things for him. I'm sure he probably done some things for him when they was around each other. He probably thought that was payment. Who the fuck knows? But to start accusing a man of playing with your ass while you sleep is crazy. And it's even crazier to believe if that really did happen, you ain't say nothing. Like, I'm not trying to listen to no nigga. I ain't trying to listen to no grown man that alludes to being raped by another grown man and don't say nothing about it. Like, who the fuck wants to hear what he got to say? Like, like, people really want to listen to yo? People really want to listen to yo? The guy that said he used drugs with Diddy and woke up and his butt was sore, but ain't say nothing? That's the people taking advice from that guy? Fuck out of here, man. the fuck is wrong with people, man? Oh, listen to nothing you guys say, man. That man might say anything. It's obvious he'll do anything, or he'll let anything be done to him. I don't think it's a stretch of the imagination to say he might say anything too.
Real quick. When you talking about, let me hear what you hear. Nah, it's either you understand or you don't. Period. Point blank. You understand? And when you speak about fashion and when you speak about what niggas is wearing today, let me just give you some game. You can't give me no game. Oh. Tim's, Air Force. Hold on. Let me just address that real quick. Tim's, and when you speak about time, it's either you a lame or you not. It's either you with it or you not. It's either you understand or you don't. Respectfully, Mano, Jim Jones, y'all can't give me no game. Let me tell y'all the goddamn truth. Let me just break it down. And y'all can print this, put this everywhere. Y'all went from being lobby boys to the pod boys. Y'all was hustling on the block of being in the streets. Then y'all was hustling with the microphones and being rappers. Y'all over here trying to hustle on my block, the block that I built. The shit y'all doing, I helped build, nigga. Remember that. So y'all can't talk about lame because I never came to y'all block. I ain't come to y'all block like, yo, I can't get no money. So yo, listen, yo, could I sell a brick over here? Yo, I can't, my shit's slow over there. Could I start rapping? No, nigga. Rap slowed up. Nobody listening to y'all. Facts. Right? Y'all couldn't clearly get nothing in, well, I don't want to encourage nobody getting nothing in the streets. Y'all on my block. My block is a podcast broadcasting block. You on my block. I can't be lame. The lame nigga created the block you're fucking with. Ask about it. While you're sitting there, I helped create this shit. I'm one of the reasons radio is dead. I did that. The lame nigga did that. So if I created the block you coming to hustle on, boy, you can't tell me a motherfucking thing. What you talking about? What you talking about? Y'all went from lobby boys to pod boys. It's not happening. What are you talking about? I never came to y'all block. I've been getting money here for 15 years. Factuals. Y'all block slowed up. Y'all hustle slowed up. Y'all shit got shut down. Oh, let's move around. Let's get over to where I got going on. Yeah, I built it. But here's the thing. I'll crack some light jokes on y'all. I encourage y'all to come in. Come on in. Come on, it's shit slow. Come on in. I think you funny sometimes. Jim funny when he not too super mad. Come on too. It's cool. Fab used to have some funny jokes on some Twitter. Come on in. It's fine. But remember with y'all, I never came to y'all block. This is why when y'all mention lame and not lame, if the lame nigga created the block and you had to go to the block, who's the real lame nigga? You want to talk about it? I don't think you do. Period. Point blank.
Yo, who else got unalive? What you mean everybody around Diddy got unalive? Except for him. Why should Diddy been unalive, man? You know, maybe the people that Diddy had issues with, I don't know. Like, I don't understand what you're trying to say. Diddy out here just killing people? Yeah, man, is he killing to survive? Is it, you know, what you mean by that?
Yeah, but it was still in that. This is that match. On in, it's fun. Creating a think you don't. Period. Point blank. You understand? And when you speak about fashion and when you speak about what niggas is wearing today, let me just give you some game though. Oh, you're giving me the game. Bruh, it's a joke. I was just joking about the headband. The shit look a little antiquated because the content I watch y'all give out is not age appropriate. Y'all not giving age appropriate shit. Y'all giving energy like y'all YNs, but y'all 50. So when I'm looking at y'all, I'm like, well, the aesthetic didn't match. I made a light joke. Who gives a fuck? I'm not no dresser either, but Mano ain't about to give me no damn. He ain't about to give me no fashion lesson. Mano, you're not giving me a fashion lesson, bro. Like, there's a couple niggas that could do it. You're not doing it. You're not doing it, Mano. Mano, you are not doing it. This is you and the lobby boys and the pod boys. Y'all are not doing it. Y'all look like a bunch of gang handkerchiefs. Y'all are not doing it. I'm sorry. Like, nobody's ever said, look at Mano for the drip. Mano, don't get mad at me and try to beat me up. You're the one who, yo, listen, this is my field. I wouldn't get in a rap battle with you, even though I don't think you can rap that well. But still, like, Jimmy could rap it, but I wouldn't get in a rap battle with Jim. Like, y'all come to my field. I took this my block. Hold up, man. Like, come on, like, yo, well, come on. What are we talking about? This the drip that so this is the drip that I was supposed to take from, bro.
Well, all this shit started because academics said, yo, them boys are too old to be dressing how they dressing and acting how they acting. And I do agree. I mean, I do agree. Like, them niggas are still trying to hold on to, like, these niggas older than me. I think them boys that in 50. That mean? But I just wanted to play that. You know, I ain't really got no huge take on it. You feel me? Academics did jumpstart this, you know, blogging space. You know, I don't think nobody can really debate you on that. You feel me? I do have an issue with these rappers podcasts. You know what I mean? I don't like the rapper podcast. I think it's a form of gatekeeping. You know, I think it's a form of gatekeeping. I don't like their takes. I don't think a lot of them dudes are even smart enough to speak on some of the things that they're speaking on. And it's evidence to back it up based off some of the things that was said by rappers on podcasts. Like, I don't think them niggas need to rap or go do real estate or something. I don't think we need to hear them niggas talk about anything outside of music. You know, as long as they talking about music, I'm cool. But what happens is these guys start talking about music and then start pivoting into other conversations that I don't think we need their opinion on, man. Like, for real. I ain't fucking with the rapper podcast. These academics do it too, though. He speak on things they don't know about as well. But that's my take on that. Yeah, 6ix9ine just turned himself in. He gotta do 90 days. Or that's what they said. You know, he probably go to the best jail imaginable. I mean, I don't think he went to no real prison last time, to be honest. Now, they don't want 6ix9ine in prison, man. They need 6ix9ine, you know, causing a whole bunch of controversy and, dang. causing a whole bunch of controversy in the rap world. Man, these motherfuckers ain't played no game. But yeah, I'm at work now. I'm ready to hop on this call. We'll try to get it live in. We'll try to get it live in. What the fuck? Sometime today, depending on how the day go. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you share it live. It's another day of KBG News. Hope everybody have a productive day. You know what I mean? Stay warm, depending on where you at, because it's cold as a bitch outside, especially in PA. I think it's like fucking 10 degrees out this bitch. What it say? Fuck, I'm pressing the wrong button. 22 degrees. It's another day of KBG News, and I'm out.